fellow Minecrafters, Gearsaw Studios here. Today I'm going to show how to build a sawmill, so that way you can craft your wood in style without having anything to do so. However, before I begin, remember, please like and subscribe, it really helps me out. So, with that, onto the tutorial. For this build, we're going to be using a very simple palette: spruce logs, dark oak planks in their variants, and spruce planks in their variants. Because this is going to be more of a foresty build, I think these blocks will work best. Now, you should probably find a flat space. I'm going to be doing it in this plains biome near this forest, but the best location to build this would be in a giant spruce / giant tree taiga, since those have massive trees that could necessitate the stone cutter being used. Once you have your location ready, the first thing you should do is make an actual ground. Although it might seem like you could just put the actual cutter itself anywhere, it would probably not be the best idea since it could tip over and cut someone very badly with these spinning saw blades. So I'm going to make it 10 by 7 and I'm going to line it with logs. The important thing is to have a ton of stone cutters lined up, because if you don't have a ton of stone cutters lined up to act as the actual blade, then it's not really anything, it's just a shrine for that stone cutter. Now that you have the logs in, you should start doing this / fill in order to fill in this area with spruce planks. I'm going to do spruce. You could do other woods, but I think spruce works best. And start placing down all these stone cutters. Now we have a blade for this. Now, with the area placed, it's time to put in a roof, because a stone cutter is probably likely to malfunction if a ton of water gets on it. It's also pretty wise because since a lot of trees are going to be cut down in the immediate area, you don't want any trees falling on it. Although this is not how Minecraft works, you have to add a little bit of realism to your builds in order to make them look good. I'm going to be using this roof that goes up and converges in the middle. And once it hits the middle, you'll connect them up with some slabs. So you can see what I'm doing here, attaching them to fences. And now right here, as you can see, they're connected up. Place slabs all along here. And then repeat it on this side. The saw itself and the little place where it's in is finished, with the underside of the roof completed. Now, I'd recommend building another house near it before doing any decorations nearby. The reason why I do this is so that way if anyone needs a large amount of wood, they can go and purchase it here, since sawmills are made to make wood, as in refine it to a usable standard. Once you've placed down some walls, just start building. Any old house that you normally do. I'm going to do this off camera, but once this is done, I'll give a little quick tutorial on this and how to build it. Now, with one extra house built and one less video idea later, we now have a house that can be gone into, and some records, some barrel with a drink, candles, and just an area to talk about how much wood you need. And this is also the perfect place to convince someone to save wood on your Minecraft server to give them way too much logs. Now, it's time for the decoration portion of this video. Now, rails and ladders. Those are the main things that can be used for this. And it's my personal favorite way to do this: log piles. Since you don't exactly store logs in any other way besides piles, you need to keep them bound together so that way they don't roll away. So have some varying lengths, some longer or shorter than others, some of them starting and ending at different points than others. And remember, make them pretty small, only about 4 blocks, like this. Otherwise, it might look a little awkward. Now, add the rails, and don't actually add them on the sides, that was just an error on my end. Add ladders here. Although it might look a little weirder, it makes them more secure looking, which is just better. Now, you should duplicate this about 3 to 4 times to make the area more wood-like. Now, as you can see, there are 3 log piles, which makes this place pretty good. Now, there's one final thing you should do if this place allows it, and that's making it a giant spruce taiga looking place. Whenever you grow one of these mega spruce trees with 4 saplings, it creates an area of podzol around it, which is how you get more podzol, so that way you don't have to destroy forest, how to get infinite dirt using moss, and a lot of other things. But in this case, it's just a handy decoration while making some trees. Now, although this place looks pretty cool, it doesn't have too much functionality. All it could do is some decoration and a very small storage room and a good area to have your stone cutter. But that's about it. However, although this is actually supposed to be stone cutters made into a saw, you're better off just asking Steve in the corner to tear your log into 4 planks, since that's how Minecraft works. Fortunately or unfortunately, up to you. Now, I've planted quite a few trees, and the atmosphere is starting to come together. You might want to add some coarse dirt, but it looks pretty good. Now, while placing these trees down, I do have a warning. If you get one of these super low down leaf type trees, it's going to be a pain to clean it up if it's near your log piles, so keep an eye out to make sure that none of the leaves are touching the log piles that have been chopped down, or else you're going to have some strange looking stuff. The best way to get rid of this is going corkscrew style, and if I crank up the random tick speed like this, you can see everything disappears, but these logs right here are preventing it. So make sure to remove any leaves touching logs. You only have to destroy the leaves that are actively touching the log for them to go away. As you can see, gone, gone, and gone. So just make sure that that doesn't happen. Now, with the trees added, this place is complete. You could add some ferns, but I'm not going to do that. Here's a little area to chop these logs into smaller pieces and planks, log storage, and an area to purchase the wood from the operator of this place. Along with that, some nice decor around here, which makes this a pretty nice sawmill. So, with that, it's the end of today's video. If you enjoyed this video, remember, please like and subscribe. It really helps me out. And with that, take care. Don't let anyone on your server say wood or else you have to give them 5 stacks of it. Gearsaw out.